Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
Ha. Righty-ho, guys. Sorry to leave you sitting there on a 0. I kind of got paid attention to my warm-up here and didn't really actually jump screens there, so my apologies for that. So, welcome, guys. I'm going to be doing a 12-week little series here. Whether or not I'll stream every single one is yet to be seen, but I'm in the mood. I figured I'd pop on the stream and give you guys something to cheer on. Speaking of, let's get this chat going, shall we? I forgot to turn that on as well. But as it turns out here this week, I am starting off with some benchmarking workouts this week. First one is a 20-minute FTP test, kind of the good old standard as things would go, right? Working with our fearless coach and team leader, Stu. I can't say his last name. It escapes me at the moment too anyway. So I got about a 20-minute warm-up, self-selected to take on for the day. A couple hard efforts, and then we dive right into a 20 minutes. After that, if you guys want to stick around and watch some of the action, I'm going to jump it into a Zwift race shortly after. Now, I will forewarn you, I'm not racing it. I am just there to complete the event so I can get the jersey after 5 weeks. So, no fireworks there, nothing fun. The real show is going to be watching me suffer long and hard for 20 minutes. So we'll see how things go tonight. With that said, let's pop on over here and get to watch my 6, or how about we just pop over into this little screen here. This might be a little bit more interesting. Yeah, probably. So in case anybody's curious, I'm attempting to mimic the Ineos Grenadiers 20-minute warm-up as best I can. It basically hits all the points that Stu wants me to tackle, which is getting the heart rate going and a couple of hard efforts. Not really hard, but a couple of high cadence efforts. Okay, moving up. Another 5 more RPM. But feel free to jump into the chat, guys. Don't be afraid. I'll try and respond as best I can. Damn, I need something in between. No, this is actually pretty decent. In case you people can't hear, or maybe you have heard it, finally got myself a new chaining cassette on my trainer, and it feels like butter, so I'm happy with that. All right, moving up, another 5.5 minutes. All right. Final 30 seconds. All right, there we go. Couple minutes rest. Oh, where did Alan go? Did I pass him? Oh, maybe he turned off to do the KOM climb portal. Maybe. Oh well, shout out to Alan. I saw them earlier here on the map, a couple minutes up the road. 30 seconds. We'll do a couple high cadence spins. Five, four, three, two, one. Up, up, up. 4, 5, 6. Thirty seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ten seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. All right, rest a couple minutes and then into a 1 minute sub FTP effort. We'll turn ERG back on here with 1 minute to go. We'll use that for our 1 minute effort and a 5 minute rest. And then we'll turn off the ERG mode for the 20-minute test and we'll see what happens. All right, ERG's back on. Keep a nice comfortable cadence. Alright, what cadence should I do this at? 95? Yeah, probably 95. Uh, 100 feels pretty good, actually. All right, warm up complete. Give the legs a nice little rest. Then it's everything I got for 20 minutes. Currently have an estimated FTP of about, I've been telling people about 270. So if I'm to best that, let's see here, 270. Yeah, so I should average 285 at least for the 20 minutes. Bumpus, thanks for the ride on, man. I'll be interested to see what numbers you put out this week. Let's find that comfortable position in the saddle. Took 2 days off the bike just to prep for this. We'll see how things roll, shall we? Let's see, should I start off easy, hold 280 and maybe slowly ramp it up as I go? I mean, I'm kind of known for doing that. I don't even know if I got the guy. I might have. I don't know, knowing myself, I'll likely be like, oh, I'm doing 285, I could go a little bit harder. And it just kind of gets a little bit harder, and before I know it, I'm dying like 5 minutes in. The goal is to not really start feeling it until about maybe halfway through it. I think that might be my goal. If I can go a little bit longer, then I'll know I'm on good track. Like if it gets to about 12 to 15 minutes especially. If I want to quit at 15 minutes, I know I'm pacing myself well, so. But almost there. We'll get ERG mode turned off. Boom. Alrighty guys, here we go, test time. If I could do another, that wouldn't have been a full gas effort then. Oh my goodness. I forgot how challenging those could be. Of course, any FTP test is challenging, isn't it? Alright, let's put this ERG back on, shall we? And then after this, we jump into a Zwift race. Though I'm not racing it, I'm just gonna chill and do the laps. Because frankly, I just want the jersey at the end of it. So I just gotta complete all 5 races. Don't have to do well, just gotta finish them. Unless coach says I can race it, I'm not racing it. But tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow for a 1 minute, I think it's 1 minute full gas effort. My goal is 800 watts for 1 minute. We'll see if I can do it. Probably not. My PR is like 780 or something like that. Or 760. Okay, forget this ERG mode. I'm not going to get my heart rate down doing that. But I think overall I paced it somewhat well. I was partially keeping my eye on the watt prime balance the whole time. And the time was lagging just a little bit ahead of my watt prime balance, which is just about right where I wanted to be. So I think I was pacing it pretty decently. At least according to my my original set, I think 265 or 270 watts. So I was pretty much right on pace, and then down to the last minute, I got it to dive into the negatives. So I think I did fairly well on that. We'll see what coach has to say after that. Certainly not the 4.0 effort I would like, but of course I'm several years behind that fitness level. But who knows? Perhaps Coach Stu can get me back up to those golden years from a few years ago. Here's to hoping. Looks like 18 more minutes until my race kicks off. So I'm just kind of chilling and spinning until that happens. Gonna keep myself in zone 1, recovery mode, the whole shebang. But feel free, jump into the chat. Let's have a good conversation. Oh, what happened? My trainer just disconnected. That's not fun. Well, at least it didn't happen in the middle of my 20-minute test. Let's see, it's 5:53. My heart rate's still reading, so Hope it comes back in time for the race. Doesn't look like it will. What is going on? That's true, I do. But let's see if I've got trainer resistance still. Doesn't look like it. Okay. What else could I do? Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to turn off my trainer. That's not cool. All right. Let's see how this goes. Trainer off. The good sign is my stream hasn't really stopped, so I know it's not entirely an internet issue. Alright. Let's see. Can I connect again? Let's find out. I am back. Okay. Do I have my gears still? I do. Okay. I am back. Awesome. Alright, 7 minutes left in the workout, and 12 minutes till the race starts. So, I think we're looking pretty good now. Now here's going to be the real struggle. The goal is to get my heart rate below 100 beats per minute. Thanks, Christian. I'm not racing it, but I do appreciate the encouragement. Have fun, Christian. Catch you on the flip side. What do you mean?
I'm not giving
Oh.
I'm not giving it to you to eat them. I just
Right. Actually came out pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait till you taste the sample.
Interesting.
I figured since they're kind of small, I might as well do 2.
2 per bag. Are those all the same ounces or a little bit less?
I'm sure some of them are going to be a little bit bigger. Since I learned your
Little roll out with the
they'll
chopsticks.
probably not a lot similar to the next batch. So.
Good.
And then I took like some sugar water and put a little bit on there so these will kind of stay on a little bit. They come off good.
All right.
Ooh, and I also got pictures. Hold on. Here's the picture without it back. Like that.
Not bad.
And this is the
I like the other picture better.
well, I just wanted a visual of what it looks like.
Right. I see.
But yeah, no, this is like this is my lavender.
All right. Yeah, this is a little interesting, isn't it? Done and dusted. Sweet. All right. Now for... God, how long is this race? I don't even know. God, is nobody even here? Really? Okay. Somebody showed up. It might just be me and one other guy. Oh my goodness. Well, now there's 3. You're just all about making new recipes, aren't you? Oh, for dinner. Oh, I'm sorry. Thought you were still baking.
I've got, I just need a can of diced tomatoes and
Feta cheese?
then probably some more honey for another dish.
I plan on making more shrimp.
That's all we have. It's either that or meatballs.
Okay.
Unless, again, you want to go out, we can get like Panda or Wendy's. And I can get, or you can get can of tomatoes and all that shit. You can come over tomorrow and I can make that tomorrow.
Whatever you want. Yep, I'll be done here in about an hour-ish or so. Whoops. All right. Let's at least get some commentary going, shall we? Looks like the group's off to a nice casual start, per usual. I frankly don't know who these people are at all, nor do I even know who's actually going to be coming out on top. But looks like we've got a couple folks off the front here. Going to be doing their own. Ooh, let's see. Bike choices. Interesting. Is that Canyon? Looks like the old Canyon 2022. A couple of those on front. We got the Zwift concept bike there. What else we got? Who else actually knows what the better bikes are here? Let's see, another Canyon bike. There's the S-Works new S-Works. Couple of those sitting in back here. Man, I wish I could just automatically jump to the drone view. Yeah, looks like 1, 2, 3 S-Works bikes. And quite a few more Canyon bikes than I would have expected. Then we got Wee Wee back here who's chasing hard to get back to the group. Looks like he'll make it, no problems there. Or is he going to blow through everybody? What's he doing? Is he easing off? Yeah, he has. Alright. He overshot the group. But he's got the right bike choice. He, she, frankly, I don't even know. Let's see, Chinese rider. Everyone's still kind of chilling. Frankly, I don't even know what kind of distance we're running. 25 kilometers, alright. And we still got a bit of a lead in to go. So, not a whole lot of action today. Everybody's grouped together at least. As we come through the first sprint banner for the day. And that will give us the, what you want to call it, the lead-in. Yes, the lead-in. I'm going to pull up an actual map here for me to watch because I'm not 100% familiar with the Gentle 8 route. So pardon the lag, guys, as I get things figured out here. YouTube handle. All right. No attacks. Everyone's still playing nice. Couple rotating off the front. Not doing a whole lot of Whole lot of work here. J. Roux from France. We got Schneider, Legrand, Schiegel tonight. Lloyd from OTR. I think I'm familiar with Lloyd. I could be wrong. Not 100% correct. I bet I could look up their Zwift Racing score at least. Or ZwiftRacing.app. But give me a moment, folks. I'm going to pull up the route here. I want to make sure I got the right one. Do. That's new. Route helper. Filters. France. Gentle 8. Show me that jazz. Alright, so after the lead in here, we'll go back out to the main road, go through the balloon sprint, and then we go up the Petit KOM, back down the backside, and then we'll take the intestines back in through the cobbles again, and then we finish back through the lead in where we just were. So it's going to be a little bit of a stretch here. But we've got another sprint banner here at, what is that marker? At 4.1 kilometers. So we're coming up on the next one. And then the balloon sprint will come in at 6.7 kilometers. Oh, we got to move. LaRue is launching, going hard, going fast. Will he be able to stay away? Is anybody chasing him? He's going hard. There's really no points for these sprint banners, at least that I'm aware of. But he's launching long and launching hard. Okay, phrasing. My apologies, guys. But we got LaRue going off the front, 5 seconds, pushing hard through the cobbles. Didn't seem like anybody really expected that. Nobody's quite chasing, but they have picked up the pace just a little bit. They're not working too hard back there. They don't seem to be too afraid of this move off the front here. Up to 10 seconds now. And somebody's going to get anxious here pretty soon. Ooh, he's dropping his... That's an interesting move. Could have really used that actually going through the cobbles there instead of here on the tarmac, because that power-up's not going to do him any good at this point right now. But, you know, could be trying to get rid of it here, just so he has a nice fresh open spot coming through the balloon sprint. Speaking of this event, I'm not familiar with the power-ups. I know we only get 2 of them, which is somewhat unique to this series. Oh, here comes Legrand. And Lloyd is following. Okay, the whole group is now responding. They are pushing. They did not want this to get away any further than the 10 seconds that it already has been. LaRue's keeping the power up. He sees that move from behind coming. Can you hold it off, though? That's the real question here. Oh, now I'm coming up a hill. Sorry, Coach. Keeping it easy for you. Let's find out. What is these power-ups? Feather and steamroller. That's what I thought. Okay. Still holding off at 12 seconds here. Rouge is doing pretty good. The rest of the team, or the rest of the guys behind, they are working a little bit, but none to the point where they actually want to bring that back just yet. A couple are trading off here in the front. Here comes Schiegel. Or is it Chagall? I'll go with Chagall. But they are on a slight incline, so their powers are going to be fluctuating a little bit as they come through a little bit of these intestines going into the balloon sprint. It is stretching out just a little bit behind as guys are starting to trade off and do a little bit of work. Ooh, who was that? Did I just get a raid? Yes. Tricks, welcome. And gang. Tricks and gang. Everybody, welcome. You guys are in for a special one tonight. I am not racing, unfortunately. I'm just here to get the jersey for the series. But that doesn't mean other folks could jump in and actually watch the action as it unfolds. So, for those that have missed it and are just joining us, we've got LaRue here. I'm sorry, JRU, who is putting in a really good effort now, digging off the front. He launched right at just before the last sprint banner through the cobbles. Nobody was really responding. He got himself up to a good 10-second lead. Couple response from the group after that point. Once they got into the tarmac, he's pushing hard again through the next sprint banner. Why are you digging so hard through these sprints? I'm not entirely sure. Do you want to keep those green sprint jerseys? I'm not entirely sure the reasoning behind it. But hey, more power to you if you can keep these sort of efforts going. So keep it up, keep it up. Whole 20 seconds off the front now, but we do have a long climb ahead of us. It's a good 5, maybe 7 minutes for this group of climbing. As now that we've come through the balloon sprint there. The rest of the group behind is putting in a little bit of work. Everybody's still together though. And they're keeping it nice and steady so far. Indeed, Rue is in beast mode right now. 23 seconds up the road and holding steady at 3.6, 3.5. We are kind of coming into a little bit more of the flatter sections. I'm keeping my eye on Lloyd here. I do believe I've raced against Lloyd a couple times from OTR, especially in the ladder series. The OTR team is not one to shy away from. Sometimes you kind of look at their numbers and you're like, yeah, we could probably take them. And then they just come way out of left field and you're just like, what just happened? And they slap you across the face. It could be an interesting one. All right. Aru still up front here, holding steady. I don't know if they're going to be able to last this one. But, I mean, they're just now starting the Petite KOM climb here. Keeping themselves in a decent... They are slowly recovering a little bit, so... let me get rid of my graph here. That way you guys aren't getting confused on what you're seeing here. All right. They're up to 26 seconds, but anything could happen here. This is a bit of a long climb effort. Did Aru do too much too early? The group is coming a little bit hard. We are going to start seeing some splits here. Looks like we've already dropped Y from China. They were a little bit off the back to begin with right out of the gate, but they managed to catch back up and stay with the group for a majority of the time, but it looks like they've already dropped off. I must have missed that, so I do apologize. But back to the peloton here. Lloyd staying in, keeping that draft going pretty nicely here, as a few of our stronger riders kind of take a lead off the front here, doing 4.5. They are starting to put a dent on Aru. I know they could see him just around this corner. These guys are working a little bit harder now. You can see that watt prime balance here of Schigel on the front. Was the Tron a good selection today? Maybe, maybe not. Because this is still a fairly flat race. I still think Aero would have bested most everything today. But I mean, a Tron's still not that terrible of an option. If you're going up against other bikes that are completely baseline, Tron's not a bad option. But to my understanding, these races do not have neutralized bikes. So if you've got an upgraded S-Works, upgraded Canyon frame, you might actually be a little bit more of an advantage over the Tron now. So the group is still sticking together here. They've brought the time on Aru down to 15 seconds. They're slowly chipping away at him. Looks like Aru is starting to panic a little bit. And Shigel's doing the majority of the work for the group. Aru is hurting though. You can definitely see. You can't tell on the avatar's face, but just looking at that walk prime balance, man. I just came off of a 20-minute FTP test myself, and man, they haven't even been in this for 20 minutes yet, and already down to 3.2. Man, I would be hurting so much right now. If we could see the face of this rider right now, I'm pretty sure it would be huffing, puffing, head down, just grinding away, going out of here. Over 400 watts coming up this hill. This is absolutely insane. And we're only halfway at this point too. Can we see the group behind? Yes, we can. They are just back there. You can kind of make out the small little hints of yellow from that Tron bike. They're slowly ticking away at it. Now 14 seconds, still holding them off. Man, if Aru comes over top of this in first, there might actually be a decent chance they will stay away. I don't know though. It's one against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 now at this point. Lloyd's dropping off the back now. That's a bit unfortunate. I was expecting Lloyd to go a little bit deeper into this one. At least last over the top of this climb. That's unfortunate. Come on, Lloyd. I know you don't like hills, buddy, but that's part of racing, I guess. Well, you have at it. You have your fun. Here comes Legrand, starting to make their mark. Come on, getting around McCordy here. Can you actually sustain it? Maybe you'll pull McCordy back up with you. The group is going final digs. Coming up here, they are nipping at the bud here. Now 11 seconds on Aru. Coming around the final bit of corners here. 5. Nunes is taking the front here. He's really putting in a hard dig. He's got Schneider right on his wheel. Schagel, the one who was holding the pace for most of the time up front, is dropped back into the pace line here, but still holding on. We got Furness. Legrand's back off again. So now we're down to 4 off the front with Aru. We got 4 chasers chasing Aru. Aru's finally coming over the top here. Pushing hard, pushing dig. Dig, 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 man. Don't ease up. There's your peak. All right. Those that don't know, the top does not finish right at the banner. It keeps going until you hit this intersection here. Nunes knows it. He's going for it. He's going to try and make that breakaway. Schigel knows it. Okay, Schiegel's got the weight. He's going to pull the rest of these guys down, it looks like. Go, guys, go. Aru is trying to hold them off with 8 seconds to 1 chaser. And then a group of 3 behind them with just a few seconds off. Look at him just flying down the side of this mountain now. We know it's just the foothills of it. No easing on Aru's part here. He's got absolutely no help to take this to the finish. But you got to take any kind of recovery you can when you've gotten these descents, right? Nunes is still pushing hard. Really wants to bridge up to Aru there. 4 seconds back to the chasing group now. Nunes has put on a little bit of a gap. It's going to be one heck of a work though. 3 guys working together here. Schiegel back on the front. Furness sitting second wheel, and Schneider's back there as well. Pretty good fight there. And then we've got Lagrange back here in 6th place. Kind of in no man's land. McNaughty might actually catch back up to him, and they'll probably work towards the end as well. Who is that? I can't read your name. Salt. My apologies. I can't read your name. It's coming up as a weird blue, but this game is Zwift. We are taking on, or at least these folks are taking on stage 2 of the Allez series. It's one of the, it is July's Zwift racing series. And every week is a new stage, new challenges, and I believe the GCs are based off of cumulative time. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really looked at the rules governing the GC for this month. I'm only spinning just to complete the series, because at the end of completing all 5 races, you do get a little badge or a jersey in this case for your garage, for your avatar to wear. It's just one of those little participation trophies, if you will. So I'm just in this just to kind of spin the legs a little bit. But we've got Aru off the front now. 7 seconds with Nunes. Trucking hard. I don't know if dropping that steamroller was really going to do you any good there. Maybe a tiny little benefit coming over the bridge before we take our right-hand turn, but it's not going to be enough. You've got Schlegel, Schneider, and Furness coming up behind you. Just 3. Oh, actually, Schlegel managed to pull away. Look at that. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, no man's land. But Schiegel's coming up to Nunes. Nunes does not want to let Schiegel onto that wheel there. These guys are working hard. They might, yes, I believe they are actually going to catch Aru here before they even make it back into the cobbles. So it's down to Schneider and Furness here in the chase group. They are no longer working hard. They're going to save themselves for the finish. And they're probably going to face themselves and take on whatever aspect. Oh, look at this. Schneider putting in a move. Digging hard. He's going to try and make that bridge. Furness is not responding. Furness is sitting up. Furness is done. Schneider, however, taking advantage of the small incline as we come into the intestines now. Schiegel still by himself up there. Nunes working hard. Is almost onto the wheel of Aru here. But will Nunes come around Aru? Or are they going to sit up and actually try and work together at this point? If they do, that means Schiegel's going to catch them, most likely. There goes Nunes. Putting around. Aru is responding. Aru wants to get onto that wheel. That's a smart move. Absolutely get onto that wheel. Do not lose that draft. Work together, gentlemen. Work together. Good job, Nunes. Good job. Smart move. Smart. But if you guys aren't willing to work together, this thing is going to go to the dogs. Yes, use these twisty bits to keep people away from you. It is hard to stay in a draft when you're going through all these twists and turns. if you've got steering. I know Nunes has it. Schiegel has it as well. So we've got 2 advantages here on these guys. Schiegel's certainly trying his best, but being on that Tron is not much of a help at this point, especially if Aru and Nunes have those upgraded bikes. Yeah. Nunes definitely on one of the better bikes in the game. That specialized frame is pretty much top dog. It reigns supreme in this game now. The Canyon's not a bad option, but the S-Works SL8 still trumps that frame as well. These riders are doing a really, really good job trying to hold off Schiegel now. Looks like Schneider's kind of set himself up here and solidified 4th place. Maybe anything could happen here. We've still got another, looks like 8 more kilometers to go, I believe. And it is a bit rolly coming through these things, so the legs are going to be a little bit taxed coming into the final bits. Aru and Nunes doing their best. Are they working together? Are they not? It's hard to tell. They're kind of doing their own thing and just letting the game kind of trade off left and right. Schiegel's doing whatever they can, coming around these bits, keeping it steady, keeping it simple. That's probably a smart play at this point. Nunes and Aru are starting to pull away a little bit, as well as Schiegel pulling away from Schneider. Great job, Schiegel. Let's give these guys some ride-ons, shall we? These guys are doing a fantastic job up here. Keeping things going, keeping it steady. Schneider, well done. We got, oh, what have we got back here? So we do have some people that have come back together. So Lagrange, we got Furnace back in, a small little chase group. Lloyd's in with this group as well as McQuarrie. McQuarrie's putting in a small dig here, trying to get away, it looks like. Pushed himself up into 5th place. This could be a good race to the finish here with these 4 guys. Is this actually going to stay away? They are not responding. They could be taxed from that climb and all these rollers. This may be a decent move here. Well played, McQuarrie. Keep this up, you might actually pull back on Schneider. But that's highly dependent on how much you really want that. They're just up the road there at 13 seconds. It is a lot further than it looks, especially if you're going absolutely hard. Okay, we've got some moves coming up from behind now. 5 seconds behind, we got Lagrange, Furnace, and Lloyd. They are pushing hard. They do not want to let McQuarrie get away from this. You can see some fire sock actions in the background there. So they come over top of this. They are pulling it back. They seem to have resigned themselves a little bit. They're wanting someone else to close those final meters in, but nobody's wanting to come around. It's this kind of disorganization in small groups like this that lets a solo rider just ride away from everybody, because when people aren't wanting to organize and rotate on the front here, that's when the solo breakaways really take an advantage. Because people are just kind of looking at each other. Are you going? Are you going? And nobody wants to go. Because everybody's thinking, well, I want to save it for the finish. There we go. Lagrange taking the lead, putting a small dig in, coming back to McQuitty, sorry. We're on to 2 seconds on Schneider now. Okay, this has come back together. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders now all fighting for fourth place. This has been interesting, very interesting. The climbs did split a little bit. Back to our 2 leaders now, Nunez and Aru, riding their hearts out on the front. They are back onto the final cobbles for the day. No, I lied. Second to final cobbles. We've got a bit of a long stretch on this one. Go back onto the pavement, and then we'll finish on the cobbled sprint for the day. We are 30 minutes into racing here. Nunez and Aru, each one just kind of looking at each other like, are you going, are you going? If I was a betting person, I would say Aru is going to launch pretty soon as we come around one of these corners and try and hold it off to the finish. We've seen him do it right out of the beginning and managed to hold it off all the way up to the over the KOM and even down the backside of the KOM, and held it on into the intestines, where Nunez finally managed to catch up to Aru. Here we go, here we go. Maybe? No. I thought for sure we were going to see something here. Nothing quite yet. But these guys got to keep their attentions to who's behind them. Schiegel is just slowly ticking away behind him. Hasn't pulled him back, but they haven't necessarily pulled away either too much. 17 seconds is a decent amount here. There's a good drop of the steamroller. Excellent work, especially up on this uphill. Need every little advantage you can get on this one. Good job, Schiegel. Come on, dig, 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 buddy, dig. I want to see this come down to a 3-way finish. This is going to be an interesting one. But Schiegel's really going to have to put in a hard effort here pretty soon. Use this downhill while Aru and Nunez are resting. Schiegel's going to have to really put in that effort. Hopefully he's got one more steamroller after this one. Aru Nunez doing a decent job there. We got some action in the back here. We've got Lloyd that managed to push off the front here a little bit, but the guys are responding behind. They're not wanting this to break up at all at any point, and rightfully so. This is an overall spot for 4th place in this group here, so this generally is our peloton here. These guys finally come down the backside of the little sprint banner there. These guys are going to have to really work together here. So we've only got about 4 more kilometers to the finish. They're going to have to organize instead of attacking each other here if they really want to pull back those couple leaders. But you know, this really is not a team effort on these guys' part, so there's really no reason for them to want to try and work together. Come on, Lagrange, keep up that effort. Trade those pulls, push a little hard for about 30 seconds, rotate. That's going to be the best bet to get these guys back. Nunez and Rua are already 1 minute up the road. And Schiegel is 46 seconds. At this point, I really don't see these guys catching up to the first 3 leaders. So yeah, it's down to these few folks. Nunez and Rue now 12 seconds They are working decently together at least. Nunez putting in a dig. Now it's just an uphill effort. But I don't know. You've got a tiny gap, and Aru does not have steering, so Nunez has the advantage here. If he really wants to put Aru into the wind, he's got every advantage in doing so. But if he wants, this might be a good spot to rest, recover, and get Aru into the wind again. But what do I know? Aru here is most likely tired from their earlier effort. They do have the KOM jersey, it looks like, or at least they're wearing the KOM gloves. Nunez putting in another small dig on the front. Just kind of testing the legs of Aru, I'm guessing. I mean, Nunez is looking pretty fresh here according to their Watt Prime balance. If they wanted to. They're not too far off from the finish at this point. It is just about 2 kilometers to the finish now, though. So if they were to put in a dig now, I'm not sure Aru will be able to respond. But that's it. Slide back, rest, and wait for the hard effort to come later. Aru's looking pretty refreshed though too, so this is going to be a battle to the finish line. I'm not entirely sure of the riders' profiles. I haven't really done any research on them. But these guys are trading back and forth. Aru is not really wanting to do a whole lot of work on the front, and that's probably a good decision here. But because of these two trading back and forth, this might give Schigel a chance to put in a dig and actually come around these guys here. It's only 12 seconds behind. Schigel looks like they're hurting. I think if I had to guess, I'd say Schigel's resigned themselves to third place at this point. But we're not anything. Race isn't over until it's over, guys. Schigel could take advantage of these two kind of looking at each other. It's only 14 seconds up the road. I can see those guys playing with their numbers up there. Nobody's really putting in an attack. Each one's kind of looking at each other. Because as soon as someone starts dropping orange numbers, the other one's going to immediately respond. And it's going to be a matter of who's going to have the faster trainer response time. Especially when it comes down to these sprint finishes. Real quick before things get going here, jump back here to our peloton. We've got McCordy off the front again, Lagrange, Lloyd, Fumis, and it looks like we've resigned Schneider. Schneider has given up the ghost. So we're down to 1, 2, ooh, look at this. Got a tiny split going on. McCordy and Lagrange have managed to make a small split, but they are coming back. They are making hard and they are chasing. That's going to come back together for a little bit until a couple more attacks happen. Back to the front here. Aru and Nunez, they are sizing each other up. Schigel still hasn't taken advantage of this yet to really reel in some time. But they're coming into the final turn now. That final sprint banner is coming up very quickly now. If I had to guess, maybe only... There we go. Aru's making their attack. Nunez putting in those 10 watts a kilo. Oh, I think Nunez might just take this one. It's going to be close. Coming around. Good drop with that. There we go. Up, up, up. Come on, come on, come on. I know, we started super early, guys. Stay on that wheel, don't lose it. Aru's digging hard. Still holding into the wind. Nunez doing a good job. We're almost there, gentlemen. It's going to be one last left-hand turn coming up. Did Nunez finally drop it? Or did the race actually finish? No, it couldn't be. Aru's coming up to the final banner. Nunez finally gave up and has resigned to second place. As we come through the finish banner there. Good job, Aru, first place. Great job. Nunez second. Schigel is coming through for third place. Great job today. That was an excellent fight. McCourty's managed to pull himself away with a couple seconds on the group. Can they hold it off to the finish though? Coming into the final little bit, final meters. We've got Furness coming in fast, coming in hard. LaGrange hot on their wheels. They're coming in fast. Here they come. Furness kicking hard. Good drop of the Furness coming around. LaGrange is right on their wheels as well. Will this be all the way to the finish? They're kicking hard. There we go. And now Lloyd kicking around. Excellent job for fourth place. Good job, Lloyd. Way to fight to it. Excellent. Lloyd for fourth. Furness for second. McCurdy third. LaGrange fourth. Out of the group there. That was excellent work, gentlemen. Good job. Schneider has resigned himself to 8th place there. Looks like we seem to have lost one. Wee Wee is just chilling in the back like I am. Saving it for the finish. Not even, actually. That was great racing today, guys. Oh, my messages are not getting through. Fascinating. Thought they would have popped up here, but apparently not. And let's see, how is Schneider going to finish? Just chilling, final little bits all the way to the line. No shame in that at all. It was well fought up until the very end. Good ride, Schneider. Good ride. Schneider rolling in for 8th place here. Or maybe it's 9th. I'm gonna say it's 9th because I didn't see anybody else dropping off of the riders list out of 11. Oh, Wei is actually left. So that puts me in 8th place now. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's about that for tonight then, guys, eh? No sense in sticking around and watching me just kind of spin my legs here in like zone 1. Looks like I got a little bit excited at some points. Sorry, coach. But yeah, for those of you rewatching, it's definitely definitely a good one to come back to. I certainly enjoyed it. Had some exciting moments in this one. Did not play out how I thought it was going to. Especially when we had a Rue going off early. Not exactly right out of the gate, but at least going through the second sprint banner. Launched through there and just managed to hold the entire group off for the entirety of that race. He did get caught by Nunez coming up that KOM and down the backside, so that was excellent valiant effort. And then Shiegel managed to help instigate that going up the Petite KOM. So honorable mentions today, guys. Great work. Good fun as always. So I'll be back next week to bring you the next week's Zwift race action. As for me, tomorrow's race will be, actually tomorrow's not even a race. Tomorrow's workout will be a full gas 1 minute effort. So we're going to be benchmarking my max 1 minute effort as we see fit. So it's going to be a 12-week program for those of you that are interested. Working with our ZSun coach, Stuart Lowell. I cannot say his name. I butcher it every time. But working with Stu, our fearless leader and coach for the ZSun team. I managed to sneak onto one of his 10 open spots every year for our ZRL Training series. And I'll be bringing you some of the pain and some of the fun as we go through these next 12 weeks. Something to do, at least, right? Give you guys something to watch. But tomorrow, I think I'll probably stream tomorrow. It's going to be a real short one. Maybe a couple hard efforts mixed in, and then it's a full gas 1 minute hard effort. Everything I possibly can get into it or get out of it. So we'll see how that works out. But I'm just going to spin to the finish here for you guys. But I don't think there's going to be much reason to stick around here on the chat. Unless you guys got something to say or you've got questions you want to talk, I'm here for you at the very least. Looks like I've got about 4.5 kilometers to go. So fun. I don't know. Is blue really going to be a good background for this? I'm going to play with my lights here a little bit. There we go. Yeah. All right. I think that might do a little bit better. Lewis from Coalition. Well, Lewis, if you're following me on, or if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube right now, thank you for the follow. You've certainly got a good racing score there, buddy. Good job. Keep up the good work there. Haha. Boss Water, I'm guessing you're Louis. Or Lewis. Is it Lewis? I mean, hey, doing what you can, that's all we could really ask for, right? This isn't much of an effort for myself, but, you know, just in it for the jersey. Lou is. Lou is? Gotcha. Cheers, Lewis. I don't even know what my heart rate is. 135? Yeah, that's pretty high. Good stuff. Well, not a whole lot more to show for you guys tonight. I think I'm going to leave you here for the evening. But I'll most likely be back next week, or tomorrow, bringing you a 1 minute full gas effort. Oh, are you? Good deal. Keep the legs warm and keep them fresh, right? I should probably drop my effort here just a little bit more. Cheers, Lewis. Day 1, tomorrow's day 2. I know this 12-week program can be brutal at times, but it's all in the better interest of actually improvement, right? So, it's going to be a fun one. Hope you can join me for the rest of the journey. But until tomorrow, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the race. This will be on YouTube for practically ever, unless YouTube decides they want to change their policies. To be frank, I never mopped the floor in Zwift. I used to be up there a couple years ago, but I've slowly come down in ranking and in power, and it's just, I need someone to kick me in the gear and actually get myself back to where I used to be. Good deal, good deal. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I hope this has been a good one. I know the sentiments. Have a good one, Lewis, and everybody else that's watching. I'm Husky Chrome from Zed Sun Racing, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.